You've heard people talk about Sigma males as mysterious, intuitive, and hard to read. But what if there's more to it? What if their natural instincts and habits go beyond logic and reason, almost like they have psychic powers? Sounds wild, right? But when you look closely, Sigmas seem to operate on a whole different frequency, picking up on things others miss and staying steps ahead of the game. In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating psychic-like abilities Sigmas possess without even realizing it. These hidden powers not only shape their lives, but also leave others in awe, or maybe even a little intimidated. Ready to explore the unexplainable? Let's dive in. 1. They sense the true intentions of others. Ever wonder how Sigmas can cut through the facade of fake people almost instantly? It's as if they've got a radar for deceit. Sigmas can subconsciously pick up on micro-expressions, vocal tones, and subtle body language that reveal a person's true motives. This power isn't just intuition, it's an unspoken language that only they seem to understand. Without even trying, they're able to spot hidden agendas and fake kindness, keeping themselves one step ahead in social situations. Think about this. Have you ever seen a Sigma's reaction when someone's being overly sweet but clearly has a hidden motive? They'll give a polite smile, but internally they're already mapping out the real story. It's like their brain is running an advanced lie detector test. They're not paranoid, they're just incredibly perceptive. They notice things that most people don't even register, like the slight hesitation in someone's voice, or the nervous tapping of their fingers. These little details paint a bigger picture that Sigmas are experts at deciphering. What's really fascinating is that they don't need a lot of time to figure someone out. While others might take weeks or months to realize someone's true intentions, Sigmas can sense it in a matter of minutes, sometimes even seconds. This ability often saves them from getting involved in toxic relationships or untrustworthy business deals. It's almost like they have a built-in self-defense mechanism against manipulation. The best part, they don't even realize they're doing it most of the time. It just comes naturally. But this superpower isn't without its challenges. Imagine constantly being aware of everyone's hidden motives. It can be exhausting and even isolating at times because they're rarely caught off guard. While others might give people the benefit of the doubt, Sigmas are already 10 steps ahead, which can make it hard for them to fully trust anyone. Still, this ability is one of the reasons they're so independent and self-reliant. They'd rather rely on their own judgment than take someone else's words at face value. 2. They attract and absorb energy. Have you ever noticed how people seem drawn to Sigmas, even though they're not trying to grab anyone's attention? That's because Sigmas naturally radiate a unique energy that's both magnetic and calming. People feel comfortable around them, almost like they're being pulled into a safe zone where they can let their guard down. Sigmas don't need flashy clothes or loud words to stand out. Their vibe does all the talking. What's even more impressive is their ability to absorb the emotions and energies around them. They can walk into a room and immediately feel the atmosphere. It's like their intuition syncs up with the environment. If there's tension, they'll sense it without anyone saying a word. If someone's upset, they'll pick up on it even if that person is trying to hide it. This ability allows them to adapt quickly, whether it's diffusing tension or using the vibe to their advantage. Let's break it down. Imagine a Sigma walks into a high-stakes meeting where everyone's stressed. While most people might get swept up in the anxiety, the Sigma immediately picks up on who's the most nervous, who's trying to dominate the room, and who's just along for the ride. Armed with this knowledge, they'll adjust their approach, sometimes calming the room with their presence, other times quietly observing until they know the right moment to speak. It's almost like they're playing a game of chess, but the board is invisible to everyone else. Here's the thing. Sigmas don't just observe energy, they influence it too. People leave interactions with a Sigma feeling different, like their mood's been reset. This can be a double-edged sword, because while it's great to have such an impact, it also means Sigmas need to guard their own energy. Absorbing too much negativity from others can drain them, which is why they often retreat to recharge. This is also why Sigmas are so selective about who they spend time with. They know the wrong crowd can throw them completely off balance. And let's not forget the ripple effect they create. Even without saying much, their energy can shift the dynamics of an entire group. People might find themselves feeling calmer, more focused, or even inspired after spending time with a Sigma. It's not magic, but it's definitely something special. In fact, many people don't even realize the influence a Sigma has had on them until much later. It's like their energy leaves a lasting imprint that continues to work long after the interaction is over. 3. Predicting outcomes. You know those moments when someone says, "How did you know that was going to happen?" That's a Sigma's life in a nutshell. They have this uncanny ability to call out what's about to go down, and it's so accurate that it can leave people a little spooked. Let's break it down. A Sigma's ability to predict outcomes isn't some mystical force. It's a mix of sharp observation, deep thinking, and razor-sharp intuition. They're like detectives, always piecing together clues only instead of solving crimes. They're predicting life. Say they're at a meeting where a new business strategy is being pitched. While others are nodding along, Sigmas are quietly analyzing the whole situation, the data, the dynamics, and even the energy in the room. By the time the meeting's over, they've already figured out whether the plan will soar or crash, and they're usually right. And it's not just about work. This psychic skill shows up in personal situations too. Picture a Sigma meeting a friend's new partner for the first time. They'll observe a few interactions, pick up on subtle behaviors, and bam, they already know whether this relationship is built to last or destined for drama. It's not judgmental. It's just that Sigmas have a knack for seeing things others overlook. One of the coolest parts, they don't make a big deal about it. Sigmas don't go around shouting, "I told you so," when their predictions come true. They're more likely to shrug it off and move on, because for them, being right isn't the goal. It's just a byproduct of how their mind works. It's almost like they live in a different timeline, where they're always a step ahead. And while others might see their predictions as almost supernatural, Sigmas know it's just their ability to read the room, the people, and the situation with a clarity that's hard to match. 4. Mental resilience. Let's talk about the Sigma's secret weapon, their unshakable mental resilience. While others are busy losing their cool over the latest drama or spiraling into stress, Sigmas are steady as a rock. It's like they've figured out how to stay zen no matter what life throws their way. This resilience isn't something they were born with. It's something they've built over time. Sigmas are naturally introspective, which means they spend a lot of time understanding their own thoughts and emotions. They know what triggers them, what drains their energy, and most importantly, how to guard their peace. Think of it like having an invisible suit of armor that protects them from the negativity and chaos of the outside world. Imagine a Sigma in the middle of a heated argument. While everyone else is raising their voices, getting defensive, or throwing out petty insults, the Sigma stays calm. They don't take the bait or let the energy of the situation pull them down. Instead, they listen, process, and respond with a cool head. And it's not because they don't care. It's because they've mastered the art of not letting other people's emotions control their own. This ability to stay composed extends to every aspect of their life. When work deadlines pile up or unexpected challenges pop up, Sigmas don't panic. They prioritize, strategize, and tackle things one step at a time. While others might crumble under the pressure, Sigmas thrive in it. They know that freaking out won't solve anything, so they focus on what will. Their mental resilience also makes them incredibly self-reliant. Sigmas don't need constant validation or reassurance from others. They're perfectly comfortable sitting with their own thoughts, working through their own problems, and making decisions on their own terms. This independence isn't just empowering. It's what allows them to stay grounded no matter what life throws at them. But let's not forget, mental resilience isn't just about surviving tough times. It's about thriving in them. Sigmas don't just endure challenges. They learn from them, grow stronger, and come out the other side even better. It's this ability to turn adversity into strength that sets them apart. So while the world might see a Sigma's calm demeanor and think, wow, nothing gets to them, the truth is they've done the inner work to build that calm. It's not just a psychic power. It's a skill they've honed, and it's what makes them unstoppable. 5. Telepathic understanding. Have you ever met someone who just gets you without you having to say a word? That's exactly what it feels like to be around a Sigma. Their ability to connect with people on a deeper, almost unspoken level is nothing short of incredible. It's like they're tuning into a secret frequency, picking up on thoughts and emotions that haven't even been verbalized yet. This so-called telepathic understanding doesn't mean they're literally reading minds, though it might feel that way. Instead, it comes from their unmatched ability to observe and empathize. Sigmas notice everything: the subtle shifts in body language, the slight hesitation in someone's voice, or even the energy in the room. All these tiny details come together like pieces of a puzzle, giving Sigmas a clear picture of what's going on beneath the surface. Take this scenario. A Sigma walks into a room and instantly picks up on someone's bad mood, even if that person is putting on a happy face. While others might take the smile at face value, the Sigma senses the tension, the unspoken worry, or the sadness hiding behind it. Without being told, they know something's up, and they're usually spot on. What makes this ability so powerful is how it strengthens their relationships. When you're around a Sigma, you feel seen and understood on a level that's hard to describe. They don't just hear what you're saying, they feel it. This creates a connection that goes beyond surface-level chatter. It's the kind of bond that makes people open up to them, trust them, and feel safe in their presence. And it's not just about deep conversations. Sigmas can also sense when words aren't necessary, They know when someone needs space, when they need comfort, or when it's the perfect moment to crack a joke and lighten the mood. It's like they have a built-in radar for emotional intelligence, and they use it to navigate relationships with finesse. To outsiders, this ability can seem almost supernatural. How do they always know what to say or when to say nothing at all? How can they understand someone's feelings better than that person understands themselves? The truth is, it's just another part of the Sigma's quiet brilliance. They don't force connections or try to control conversations. They simply listen, observe, and let their intuition guide them. 6. Time perception. Sigmas have this amazing gift that goes way beyond just being punctual. It's like they have a sixth sense for timing. Whether it's making a life-changing decision, delivering the perfect one-liner, or walking away from a toxic situation, Sigmas seem to know exactly when to act and when to wait. Let's be real. Most of us live by the clock. We're either rushing to be on time or feeling like we're running out of it. But Sigmas, they operate on a completely different level. Their perception of time isn't just about minutes or hours, it's about moments. They have an intuitive understanding of the ebb and flow of life, and they know how to align themselves with it. Take, for example, their ability to sense the perfect opportunity. Sigmas don't jump into things impulsively. They wait, watch, and analyze, letting the situation unfold until the timing feels just right. Whether it's making a career move, investing in a project, or even asking someone out, they know that success often comes down to when you act, not just how. But it's not all about big decisions. Sigmas also have a knack for timing in everyday interactions. Imagine they're in a group setting and someone's telling a story. While others might interrupt or jump in too soon, the Sigma waits for the perfect moment to chime in. When they finally speak, it's like they've captured the essence of the conversation, leaving everyone laughing, nodding, or thinking, "Wow, that was spot on." And let's not forget their talent for knowing when to walk away. Sigmas are pros at recognizing when something or someone is no longer worth their time. They don't cling to toxic relationships, dead-end jobs, or pointless arguments. Instead, they quietly step back, choosing to invest their time and energy where it truly matters. To outsiders, this might look like an almost psychic ability to dodge disaster, but to Sigmas it's just common sense. What makes this ability even more fascinating is how effortless it seems. Sigmas aren't obsessively planning their every move or stressing about the future. They simply trust their instincts and let their internal clock guide them. It's like they're in sync with the rhythm of life, moving at just the right pace to achieve their goals and avoid unnecessary setbacks. So whether it's the perfect punchline, the perfect career shift, or the perfect exit, Sigmas have timing down to an art form. And in a world that's always rushing or stalling, their ability to act in the perfect moment makes them stand out as truly unique. 7. Empathic detachment. Here's something that sets Sigmas apart in a way that feels almost mystical. They can care deeply about others without losing themselves in the process. It's like they've unlocked the secret to balancing empathy and detachment, which is no small feat. Let's break it down. Sigmas are naturally empathetic. They truly get what people are going through. Whether it's a friend venting about a tough day or a stranger dealing with something heavy, Sigmas can put themselves in that person's shoes and feel their struggles. But here's the kicker. They don't let those emotions consume them. Most people either drown in someone else's problems or put up walls to avoid getting too involved. But Sigmas, they walk that fine line in the middle. They're able to deeply understand someone's pain without taking it on as their own. It's like they've got this invisible emotional buffer that allows them to connect and support without getting overwhelmed. Picture this. A friend is going through a tough breakup, and everyone else is either giving toxic positivity advice like, "You'll be fine," or spiraling into sadness with them. Meanwhile, the Sigma is there, calmly listening, offering thoughtful support and helping their friends see the bigger picture. They're not cold, but they're not overly emotional either. They're steady, present, and grounded. This ability makes them amazing problem solvers and confidants. People naturally gravitate towards Sigmas because they know they'll get real support, not just empty sympathy or unsolicited advice. And because Sigmas stay emotionally balanced, they can offer clarity and perspective that others might miss. At the same time, Sigmas don't let themselves get trapped in someone else's emotional whirlwind. They know where to draw the line. They'll be there for you, but they're not going to sacrifice their own peace in the process. It's this blend of compassion and independence that feels almost otherworldly, like they're operating on a higher emotional frequency. 8. Manifestation power. If there's one psychic ability Sigmas truly excel at, it's the power of manifestation. Seriously, it's like they have a magnet for attracting the things they want in life: opportunities, people, resources, you name it, they pull it in. And no, this isn't some random stroke of luck. It's all about the energy they put out into the world. Here's how it works. Sigmas are incredibly intentional about their thoughts and actions. When they want something, they don't just sit around hoping it'll magically fall into their lap. They focus on it with laser-like precision, visualizing the outcome and aligning their actions with that vision. It's like they create a roadmap in their mind and then subconsciously steer themselves toward it. But here's the thing, they don't obsess or stress over their goals. That's not their style. Instead, they approach manifestation with a calm confidence, trusting that what they're working toward will naturally find its way to them. And because they're so focused and clear on what they want, they start noticing opportunities and connections that others might overlook. Think about it like this. Ever notice how some people seem to get lucky all the time? That's a Sigma, except it's not luck, it's their ability to harness their energy and intentions in a way that brings results. Whether it's landing their dream job, finding the right people to collaborate with, or even creating the lifestyle they've always envisioned, Sigmas are experts at turning their thoughts into reality. What's even more impressive is that Sigmas don't waste their energy chasing after things that don't align with their goals. They're highly selective about where they focus their attention, which means they're not distracted by the noise or tempted by shiny but meaningless opportunities. Instead, they're dialed in on what truly matters to them, and that focus is what amplifies their ability to manifest. It's not about magic, it's about mastery. By combining clear intentions with decisive action and a grounded mindset, Sigmas make the kind of moves that make it seem like the universe is working in their favor. But the truth is, they're the ones making it happen. 9. Dream insights. Let's talk about dreams for a second. For most people, dreams are just a random jumble of memories and imagination. But for Sigmas, dreams can feel like a whole different experience. They often have vivid, almost cinematic dreams that feel more like stepping into another dimension than just a subconscious thought dump. And here's the wild part, those dreams, they're often packed with meaning. Sigmas have this incredible ability to connect the dots between their dream world and their waking life. While others might brush off a weird dream as just a dream, a Sigma pays attention. They notice the symbols, the scenarios, and the emotions they felt while dreaming. It's like their subconscious is sending them encrypted messages, and the Sigma is the perfect decoder. For example, let's say a Sigma dreams about standing at a crossroads. To most people, it might seem random, but the Sigma might realize it's their subconscious pointing out a real-life dilemma they've been ignoring. Or maybe they dream of meeting someone they've never seen before, only to bump into them in real life a few weeks later. Coincidence? Maybe. But for a Sigma, it's hard to ignore the connection. What makes this even more fascinating is that Sigmas don't just dream vividly. They reflect deeply on their dreams. They'll wake up and think, what was that trying to tell me? And more often than not, they'll find the answer. Their dreams become a way of uncovering hidden truths, gaining clarity, or even preparing for what's to come. This connection to their dream life adds another layer to their already deep introspective nature. It's like their mind never stops working, even when they're asleep. For Sigmas, dreams aren't just random. They're a gateway to understanding themselves and the world around them in a whole new way. 10. Silent influence. Now this one's a bit of a mystery, even to the Sigma themselves. Sigmas have this almost supernatural ability to influence others without even trying. No big speeches, no dramatic gestures, just their presence alone is enough to leave a lasting impact. It's as if their energy does all the talking for them. Picture this. A Sigma walks into a room. They're not loud, they're not flashy, but somehow everyone notices. People adjust their posture, lower their voices, or even rethink what they were about to say. And the Sigma? They're probably just chilling, minding their own business, but their quiet confidence radiates so strongly that it shifts the entire vibe of the room. This silent influence can show up in so many ways. It might be a boss who, without saying much, earns the respect of their entire team. Or it could be a Sigma friend, whose calm and composed nature inspires those around them to relax and reflect. In some cases, it might even make people feel a little uneasy, not because the Sigma is threatening, but because their energy demands authenticity. You can't fake it around a Sigma. They see right through it, and somehow others can feel that. What's even more intriguing is how this influence extends beyond the moment. Sigmas leave a mark. People might find themselves thinking about something a Sigma said or didn't say long after the conversation is over. It's like the Sigma plants a seed, and that seed keeps growing in the back of someone's mind. The best part? Sigmas aren't even trying to do this. They're not out to manipulate or control anyone. In fact, they're often surprised by the effect they have on people. For them, it's just who they are. Their authenticity, self-assuredness, and quiet strength naturally draw people in, inspire admiration, and sometimes even intimidate. This ability to influence without words is probably one of the most mysterious traits of a Sigma. It's not something you can fake or force, it's just a natural part of their presence. And honestly, that's what makes it so powerful.